Welcome back, everybody. My name's A Predator54, aka Adam, coach in the McChesney Park Slowpokes, and today I bring you the hype video for the Battle Hub Draft League finals between the Mammoth Swine Doubters and the Demulton Force. I think I pronounced that right. Our first and second seeds made it the entire way. Both teams shockingly finished the season 7-2. Raymond, the Mammoth Swine Doubters, was 7-2 plus 19. Emerald Miner was 7-2 plus 15. And this was a heated series of playoffs to get here. Raymond had to go through Bread, and he also had to go through Captain Pinard to get here, who was hungry for that scholarly reward at the end of. Well, we're calling it the scholarly title instead of a championship. Hey, I'll roll with it. And then on the opposite end, Emerald Miner had to go through Pokemaster 88 in a chaotic, I believe, 1-0 finish to get there. And then faced off against Scorpion in another rather exciting playoff match, which I was, I couldn't, yeah, that was a thrill ride to watch both sides. Uh, Emerald uploads, I'm not sure about Raymond though, but this is going to be a very heated finals match between the top two teams in this league. Uh, Honestly, whoever wins, I'm proud. It's been fun, especially with all these new up and coming coaches, being commissioner myself. Uh, Even though I did not participate in playoffs, even though I qualified, it gave me the time to regain my composure after some unfortunate life circumstances. So, on behalf of everybody else in the server, thank you for supporting me with that. And thank you for allowing me to be the commissioner of this league. But without further ado, Season 1 has to come to an end. This match will be later on tonight between these two, so this is going to be an interesting one. The face-off is going to be interesting. On one side with Raymond, we have Chin Pao, Basque Legion, Clodsire, Talonflame, Kill Leader, Terra Sandy Shocks. Let me see real quick. What does this thing have? Sandy Shocks finished 18-3 in 9 games in the regular season, which is absolutely insane. And then they have one of the better fairies in the game, in my opinion, in Tinkaton. They have an excellent grassy terrain setter in Rillaboom. And then the Pterodon Dozo just makes you have to over prep because it's not going to be as easy to kill now. And then you have the Dunsparce, which hits like a truck, believe it or not. And then you've got a goofy Rapid Spinner and Toad Squirrel, which rounds out the team nicely. Raymond has excellent hazard control, excellent hazard setters, has Chin Pao that can just overwhelm things and just hit super hard. So this is going to be a rather interesting matchup. And on the opposite corner, you have Enro Miner coming in clutch with his bulky offense. You heard that right, folks. Bulky offense. He doesn't always bring 100% walls, though. He does like to overwhelm you. The man has the second place kill leader in Dragapult with 15 kills and 5 deaths in 9 games, which is absolutely good for Dragapult. That means it put in work. For a mon that can't Terra, that is a lot of work. And then you've got the bulkiest thing in the game in Ting Lu. Oh god, this thing's a pain to kill. This might be a slight challenge for Raymond in the long run, but if he's able to cripple it or just overwhelm it with like choice item, and just deal with it and get it out of the way, the matchup gets a little bit easier for Raymond. But then you also have to deal with mons like Slowbro, uh, Alolan Muck, both bulky in their own right. And then his MVP for playoffs has been this Tauros Blaze, has carried him so well in this stretch. I have not seen Emerald Miner use much of Ditto, but that is also another overwhelming threat that Raymond has to worry about in this matchup, because if it takes Chin Pao, he could be in trouble. And then we have Terra Captain Rodamo, which is incredibly fun to see on this team. Uh, Being able to just have Bolt Beam and then have slap ice on top of it, or fire for that coverage, or just be any of the Rotoms it wants to, is amazing. Being able to Terra Blast grass without having to rely on Leaf Storm is very good, because that can also miss and lower your stats. And then we have Enamorus, which is also incredibly hard to deal with. At any point, if Raymond clicks Defog and Enamorus comes in, now it's got +2 evasion for free if it's contrary, which puts a lot of pressure to, well, not click Defog. It's legal because it's not a accuracy lowering move technically by default. So if he comes in contrary and goes +2 evasion, it gets dicey. And then we have Fortress, one of the best hazard setters in the game. Granted, I wish it got sticky webs. It's been a few generations. They could have done it by now. I can honestly see this thing getting it. But let's talk about the thing that has been also putting in work is this Lycanroc. As long as this Lycanroc's not blind, Emerald gets kills. It's as simple as that, because Terra Rock, a Cell Rock, is just bonkers. Being able to Terra into coverage that this thing lacks is incredibly good. And then we have Terra Captain Articuno, which, if anybody's watched Razor Claw's videos, Articuno can put in work with one agility up and then being able to remove his heavy weakness is absolutely beautiful. If you were to ask me who this matchup favors, let's just say I have a little bit of doubt in me, because I feel like there's just a lot that Emerald Miner has that Raymond can't counter. But if Raymond builds properly, Raymond can take this. This might be the closest final I have seen in a while. Because realistically, if you look at this screen, anything, and I mean absolutely anything, can happen for this finals. So, it's either going to be a shocking conclusion or Emerald Miner raging into finals. But I kind of made this because I wanted a little bit of hype of it. And it's also going to be the thumbnail for this video. MVP Final Clash. Somebody has to settle the score. One of these mons is going to walk out the true kill leader. Because if Sandy Shocks falls, it does not matter to me if it's got 19 kills. If Dragapult survives this match, sorry Sandy. You may have that title in the announcement, but Pult claims this victory. That's nothing to me. But on the other side, if Sandy Shocks takes this, sorry Emerald. Dragapult's just going to sit there in second place. So, this is for bragging rights. May the best coach win, and I look forward to watching this finals. And hopefully this is enough hype for everybody wanting to watch this. And enjoy. Stay tuned for the battle.